Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? I was thinking, we've been seeing a lot of mono red, not a surprise, and mono black, not a surprise, and seeing a little bit more of the control decks, and I was thinking what creature deck actually has a chance against these. And I was going through some stuff, and it turns out Clerics might be the answer. I know it sounds crazy, but stick with me, let's go check it out. As always, remember, if you're going to be picking up any Magic stuff or any other of your nerd things, check out our friends over at CoolStuffInc.com, where they always have cool stuff in stock. And you can save 5% on your order by just using code DRAGON at checkout. Okay, let's do a rundown of the different clerics we're going to play, because those are going to be the key parts of the deck. We're going to be playing some Lunarch Veteran, not a surprise, early drop, gains us life. Now, since we are going to have enough things that gain life, we are going to have to consider playing Voice of the Blessed. I don't expect this to get huge. If it does, it'll probably just run away with things, but I imagine it's going to be a lightning rod for a lot of stuff. Also going to play Evolve Sleeper. Now, this isn't really a cleric, but it becomes a cleric. However, the fact that it can get Death Touch, and we can draw cards with it, kind of really good for us. And since we're gaining life, we don't even really care about paying that extra 1 on its third ability. And speaking of life gain, we're going to play some Phyrexian Missionary, so it gives us a chance to get some creatures back. It's a quality 2/3 blocker. Works great against mono red, so it checks a lot of boxes for us here. Actually, I want to take a quick second to remind y'all that if you want to support the channel directly, you can become a member here on YouTube, and we have some cool benefits. And you can even get your deck looked at and get deck help and get featured here on the channel. So like there's some cool stuff. Just wanted to point that out. If you want to support me, there's also merchandise and stuff down below somewhere that you can click those links. So yeah, another way you can support me directly and get some cool stuff for yourself. Anyway, back to the deck list. And we're going to play Shadowrite Priest because, well, this pumps up our clerics, so why wouldn't we? Now, the cool part is we do have some things we can do with its ability to sacrifice something and tutor something up, and we'll talk about that in a second. But we are also going to play Ellison LaCour, who happens to be a cleric. We get life coming in, we get damage going out. Can't be mad about that. Anointed Peacekeeper is going to play a real important part in this deck because it can slow down the problematic cards, so we're big fans of that. And we're going to play Shieldred because even though it's not a cleric, it gains life, so it checks a box. Sorry, y'all. And we have Liza, Forgotten Archangel, 4/5 flying lifelink, a chance to reuse our stuff, but really just a big body and kind of does what we need to do with lifelink. This is one of the things we can get with our Shadowrite Priest. However, we can also get Toxrill the Corrosive, and this is a fun one to get at the end of somebody's turn. You start putting the -1/-1s, you have a big 7/7 to fight with, so like nothing to complain about here. And I do want to point out another card we're going to be playing that kind of goes along with the Peacekeeper, and that's Invasion of Gobekhan. This could also help us slow down some opponent's stuff. It can protect some of our cards from sweepers. It can help us close the clock because our creatures aren't that big. So these are going to be doing a whole lot of things for us. But as always, if you want the full deck list, it'll be at the end of the video. You can download it in the description below. Just got to look for the blue arrows. It'll take you to our Moxfield link, and you can see today's deck and over 100 other decks we've played so far this season. But as always, y'all go enjoy these games. Let's see if the clerics can hold up and get the job done. Hopping right in here against mono blue, or at least I'm assuming it's mono blue because I don't know who else is playing this, so it's got to be correct, right? Alright, I'm going to go with this. Assuming it gets countered. I don't know why I took a point. I could have just played a swamp there. Alright, kind of assumed that was the case. Let's keep running duders out there. This one just because it gains life and we can set up this and this maybe on a following turn. Interesting. They didn't Fading Hope and they didn't play one of the other things. Huh. Intriguing. But good to know, I guess. Let's go with this and see if they try to counter it. Because they might. And then we'll attack. They're not blocking. Will you spend mana here? They did not. Gosh dang it. I was hoping they would. They just went shields down for a second. We could have killed that Hottie But no such luck. Just the way it goes sometimes. Alright, so they're putting a bunch of stuff in the yard to have a 3/4. That tracks. And they're just going to leave it back to block. Huh. Let's test the waters with this. Alright, we'll try to attack with this. I don't think this plan's gonna work, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta try. My opponent's blocking. Probably gonna put something in the yard here, or bounce the priest. No, they did not. Ooh. I don't think I'm gonna get a shot to kill the Haughty Gen, so I'll just play this. Like, why not? I mean, I could have went for more value, but the reality is at some point we're just going to try to get the Shieldred down. Okay. That did not go how I expected. They obviously are going to have a hand loaded with counters now, though. So I'm not sure what our other real plan / objective is going to look like for the time being. Assuming you have at least a 5/5 here. Because that would be the thing to throw in the way. I was going to say, like, that was going to be really surprising. You drew that many cards and didn't find one. I was genuinely going to be very surprised. I mean, here comes the counters, right? We're not going to let us have a Shieldred. That would be silly. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. No need to attack here. Because now every creature could make our Voice of the Blessed bigger, which I'm sure they'll eventually bounce, but that's fine. We can also, during their end step, use Shadowrite Priest ability, get rid of something like a Lunarch Veteran, and go find us like a Toxtrol. That's another thing. I actually didn't even have to play the Shieldred there, realistically. Probably would have been smarter to just not play the Shieldred there. Alright, opponent's just saying, you know what? I'm just going to get you in 2 turns then. How you like that? They're just trying to put as many things in the yard as they can. And I can respect that strategy. Yeah, if they attack, we're definitely double blocking with those missionaries. 100%. This is also not a bad card to have for the Haughty Gen. I'm just going to pass. I don't think we're magically going to get a shot to use the Djinn. Or, I mean, use the Fateful Absence there, but can probably still win this. Alright. Gonna activate. Gonna sacrifice this. Even though I know it gets us easy life and can grow the Voice of the Blast, blah, blah, blah. This is where we're headed. Just say if you want to bounce something, it's probably going to be that. Alright, we can live with that. I mean, not that this matters. They have plenty of mana. I'm just more curious about what's in their hands. So they have another Fading Hope and another Essence Scatter. Okay. You get a Fading Hope, I guess. Alright. In the turn. This Cleric's also a Spirit, which is interesting. I mean, the Spirit is also a Cleric. That's what I meant to say. Alright, you get the Shadowrite Priest. Doesn't change much about what we want to do here. Yeah, by the way, Voice of the Blessed triggers anytime one of your creatures leaves the battlefield. So, or the Luminous Phantom triggers every time, and then you get the counter on the Voice of the Blessed. Alright, we take the 10. I was just about to say, you use the mana, which means we get to kill this one. Ew. Hmm. So if we play this, we know for sure that it's going to get countered. Well, maybe it doesn't. I was going to say, it's not necessarily true. We double attack with Visionaries. This becomes a 7/7. This got very, very interesting all of a sudden. Also, we can attack, make those bigger, so we may not even attack the opponents necessarily. There's some real choices to be made here. And we can still go get a Angel as well. And we gain 6 in this exchange. Yeah, there's a lot going on here that I'm happy with. Let's do this. I mean, if they find a Fading Hope, F it. I mean, if you got it, you got it. Alright, so lots of triggers going off here. Alright. Gonna go ahead and play this, because why not? See what the last card is. It's an island. Good to know. Alright. And we're at 20 life, with some ways to gain some life. Still can get an Angel into play. So we got a lot going on here. Block this. Go to 10. Our turn. Well, that's not going to work, obviously. So we attack. Okay. Opponent's conceding. Yeah, with the opponent at 17, we had 12, 16. So it wasn't a gimme just yet, but they don't have much in hand unless they found something else to draw extra cards. So I was probably just going to attack with the Visionary, the Voice, and the Luminous Phantom. And then pass, because then I could actually use the Shadowrite Priest, sack this if we wanted to. That gets us another point of life, grows the Voice of the Blessed again, and then we also get Lisa, which would have helped as well. So that's an option if we just wanted to chump block the Haughty Djinn. Either way, at the end of the turn, we would have been at 14. Sack a thing puts us at 15. So they would have had to find 5 more spells. So I'm pretty sure we were good to go after that. But yeah, that was a long, crazy game to start with against Mono Blue. But it worked out just because we had constant threats. Okay, let's try it. I mean, double Peacekeeper is kind of interesting if we can get that third land. I wouldn't mind drawing land with one of those being black. That would help us a whole lot. But let's see where things go. We got part of the plan complete. Opponent's name is Sheep Shape. Hey, and we found the other land. Look at that. Here comes Make Disappear number 1. Yep, as well we should. Alright. Question is this a Liliana or no? No, it's a Chrome Host Shark. Well, I kind of wanted to play a Shieldred here, but I kind of want to know what we're up against too. Scrutiny. Yeah, they do have that. The rest doesn't do anything to us. I think I'm just going to take Scrutiny here. And just keep the opponent's options very light. No attacks. I mean, they still get to make 2 creatures between the Duress and the Shieldred thing, but whatever. 'Tis what it is. Oh, really? Well, that's going to be annoying. Double Shark, huh? Alright. Well, just gotta make do with what we can. Alright, we're gonna go here. And no attacks, because we're gonna just sack the Veteran whenever they play their Shieldred's Edict. Alright, well, that didn't work out the way we wanted, did it? Not much you can do if they're just going to top deck the removal, you know? But such is life. Gotta find options. Good news is we're not really hurting on life right now. We get to gain a couple. Obviously, you play that. Makes a lot of sense. We'll sack this duder. Because it also makes us potentially a flying blocker. We do get to attack for free here. Let's do that. Opponent's going to go all the way down to 9. No! Oh, they found the mana for it. How gross. Opponent got a little froggy there. We're going to go with this. It's going to put them all the way down to 2. I still can't cast that for anything. Maybe 1 card? Sure. Attack. Alright. So they can leave mana up to block. Not really do much of anything else. We don't have any... Oh, wait. If we attack and they block, they just die. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter, because we have Ellis. So, yeah. We're good with that. Sure. We can even just go for extra value, honestly. That's gonna die anyway. Actually, that wouldn't kill them. That just puts them at 1, doesn't it? Alright, well, if that's the case, let's just do it. Get this guy. Alright. Well, now they're just dead. Yep. Alright. Eked out a tough one. Alright, this is, I don't know if I'd call this even playable, but if we get a 3rd land, it's at least entertaining. I don't know what we do with a whole pack of anointed peacekeepers. But it's possibly a thing. But yeah, we need a 3rd land, something fierce. I'm just going to play this. And just try to go max on our life totals. I'm assuming this is another domain build of some kind. Alright, there's the Stomper. This is very much, do we find land here or no? Because we're likely going to have to stop a invasion of Zendikar. That's how this goes usually. But they don't even have that. Interesting. They only have 1 white, but they can play another one from hand. Huh. I guess we just call ossification then? Alright. I mean, it takes all their mana to ossification here. But they can't just Topiary Stomper and set that up. So that's real. And they could play a land, once that's 4, puts them at 5, puts them at 6, and then they just play a land, they get to start attacking or blocking with Stompers after that. So if you don't want to tap out to play the ossifications, then I guess you just Topiary Stomper. Yep, that seems like the play-in. I would have done the same. Alright, so that leaves us in a spot that we could kill one. Nope, we're not. We're just going to do this. We're just going to call ossification on the other one too. Why not? Just say if you want to play one, it's going to take all your mana for the turn. And we're okay with that. I mean, you play a land and attack, we're just not blocking. We're at 25, so whatever. This is what it is at that point. Yep, you got it. Yep, no blocks. I kind of wanted an untapped land there, I'm not going to lie. That didn't quite fall into the realm we wanted it to. Now, one of the reasons I might block here with veterans is the idea that we'd actually be able to attack over the top. I just don't know if we'd have enough time, is the other thing here. But figuring if we do that, we can kill one. Let's just see what's in their hand. Maybe we'll find another removal card. I don't know. Gosh. All right. Maybe this will work out in our favor. The thought here is maybe they still tried to play Invasion as Zendikar. And then they attack. Maybe they attack both Topiary Stompers into it, actually. That wouldn't be the craziest thing. As much as I'd like to save this for the impending Atraxa, we just may not have that kind of time. Alright, so they are going to go with that. There's another interesting thing here, too. We could just kill all the Topiary Stompers. Because now it's just like, okay, you have an ossification. Like, how much do we care, right? Like, double block one of them, destroy evil the other one, then can play missionary and get something back. Alright, I'm going to do that. Because, I mean, at this point, I feel like we're just trying to minimize the damage that we can, all things considered. And we can't really... Like, I could have got something back, but they weren't, like, the most exciting things. Though, actually, you know what, if I was going to do that? Nah, it doesn't really matter much. The result's kind of the same. Alright. They have a Beseiju, so we kind of know attacking into our Invasion of Gobagon's not great. But I almost kind of want to do it anyway. Let's go ahead, play this. Those trigger, we get back this guy. Alright. I mean, we're not doing much. We're just kind of spinning our wheels at the moment. I mean, if Atraxa or something shows up, our hand's empty. Oh, wait, they're just playing the land. They've got to have something. They're not just going to let us roll into Invasion of Gobagon, right? Okay, so they're going to use the ossification. Then the question becomes, what is this last card? Because, not even exaggerating, I do not know. But I guess we're going to find out. It's a... Gosh, dang it. Really? Alright, fine. It's another ossification. Okay. I mean, I'm kind of surprised they played the Beseiju, but here we are. Another invasion. Alright, well now their deck's just getting thin enough that we need to find, like, our priest or something to speed this clock up. Because this is going to get much worse before it gets better. Alright, that's going. Alright, tacking into here. Do we have anything else quality to go get? Nope. Play that. We'll play this. I don't even know. We'll play this and just call, like, Atraxa, I guess. I mean, they have all the mana in the world they need at this point. Oh my gosh, which Atraxa is it? Jeez, really? I'm gonna have to go look this up elsewhere. This is so silly. I should know which one it is. I think it's Grand Unifier, actually. Yeah, it is. Alright. Well, there you go. in the turn. All right, maybe it's a blank. Oh, and of course it's a Sunfall. Gosh dang it. All right. All right, let's find something good here. That does not qualify as good at all. All right. You know, in a way, it's a little silly to have had a card like Invasion of Govicon come out with an ability that can give your stuff indestructible if all the removal is just going to be exiling anyway, you know? Alright, opponent. Just find some big thing so I can concede. Put me out of my misery. Alright, there you go. GG's. We can move on. You know what? Let's keep it. Not what I would call a normal hand for this deck, but it's not bad. I mean, we can Sleeper, Invasion, Peacekeeper, and that seems pretty solid. Slow down a couple of problematic cards along the way. I mean, we're not going to get a bunch of damage in, but, you know, that's a different issue. Did have to take a point, unfortunately, against the mono red deck. You never like that. Sleeper is dead, which we can live with that. This also opens up the door a bit to slow the opponent's hand down. Well, ooh. They draw a land, we're dealing with... I guess we're just going to go with this. Because that could put us behind the 8-ball a little bit, and I would not like that very much. Okay, that's fine. We can live with that. Like, that's way better than the other potential options of how this turn could have gone. Alright, we need to find a black land, obviously, now. Ooh, yes, we will definitely call Squee. That is good. Dubious Monarch. Alright. Alright, deck, let's go. Let's find an untapped black land. That would be awesome. Let's see if they can find another creature or spell to play here. If they attack, we'll know what's up. Alright. They didn't find what they were wanting, obviously. Ooh, we gotta take 2 damage, but you know what? Totally worth it. You didn't attack, so you don't have it, right? Alright, let's call their bluff. Hell with it. Alright, they ain't got it. Just like, they ain't got it. Alright, we're going down to 10. Even if they get the land to play Squee here, we're not overly concerned because we have some good blocks here. Don't know what the mystery card is, though. That could matter. But we do want to conserve enough of a life total that the mechanized warfare doesn't kill us. What is that? Smash to dust? Alright. I mean, that's a card, I guess. We take 3? That was interesting, to say the least. We're gonna attack there. Get that out. Play this. Play this. In the turn, and then we'll possibly use Takenuma. Depends on if we feel we need to use Fateful Absence for something. But if the opponent doesn't get us here, we're pretty solid. Alright. Okay, we need to go first. This is a very non-conventional hand for this deck. And if we're not playing against a creature deck to let this cut down do some damage, which we do get to hit something. Alright, much as I like that, we're going to go here first. Blech. Blech. What? Okay, sure. That is a hell of a hand to keep. Ooh, boy. That is something. Alright, we're going to go here and here. We need land badly. Or else we're going to be staring... Oh, okay, never mind. That changes that. Archfiend, that's annoying. I guess Obliterator's worse. With no removal in hand. Ugh, both these are going to be real bad, y'all. Alright, let's just call Phyrexian Obliterator, I guess. I mean, because here's the thing. If they play the Archfiend, if they don't get rid of it, I mean, we eventually just survive the Archfiend from our life total, right? Because they have to attack with it, or really be in trouble. And now that doesn't destroy much of anything, so that's fine. Oh my gosh, why these, deck? Why these? Gix's Command... Obliterator's gonna be 6. I mean, I guess we just make that cost $1 billion. I mean, I guess we could play... Sacrifice the Veteran if they make us... Well, it's the thing with the highest power, so we'd lose the Peacekeeper. Alright. That kind of sucks. Ugh, wow, this is a tough choice. Tough choice. I don't even know what to pick here. I really don't. I'm going to call... Gix's Command, I guess? No, I'm going to call Obliterator. Whatever. If they just double command us, they double command us. Because is that sacrifice? Yeah, so I can't do anything with that to stop that anyway. Alright. Sucks we didn't get a land, because having a Shieldred would have been real nice. Not to say we still can't get Shieldred, but that was kind of part of the consideration, was that if they found a land, we lose a Peacekeeper, then we lose Shieldred, and that kind of sucks. Back this, obviously. Alright, they're attacking. Dang it. That is so bad. That is beyond bad. Now, here's an interesting thing. If we were to attack with just the Shadowrite Priest first, it would also gain a point, which means then they wouldn't be able to easily kill it with this, and we get our choice of getting to keep the Peacekeeper. I mean, that's a little cheesy, but... And do I just need to attack the opponent here is the other question. I think the answer is yes. You know what? I'm going to go here. And I'll just hate myself for it. I mean, I'm going to play this knowing it's going to die because they have a cut down, but whatever. I mean, I could sack one of these to protect it. Alright. Not that it matters. If they get a land, they're going to blow up the Gix's Command and we lose it anyway. Alright, they got a Shieldred before we got ours. Opponent's attacking. We'll take it. And... are we seriously going to lose to that? That sucks. Alright. Oh, that's so brutal. Alright, well, if they got a land, we're dead. If they don't, we win because they die to their own Archfiend. During their turn. Alright, Underdog doesn't get us dead, so that's fine. That's not true. They could draw something to kill their Archfiend during their upkeep. That is actually still a real thing. So let's block here so we don't die, obviously. I guess we save a cut down for another time. Not that another time is really going to come. You know, I could have been real savvy and taken the damage and gone to 1. Just so they don't get to draw. Well, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't matter. If they would have found a land there, it could have mattered, I guess. Alright. Gonna do the only thing we can do here. And then we're gonna end the turn and hope they die to their own Archfiend. Did it work? It did. Alright. Yeah, and I'm sorry for taking so long on that decision on that earlier turn. It was just really trying to decide like how much I wanted to gamble on them getting to 5 land or not, and then what I thought we could get into play. Now, that being said, I was hoping we were going to draw a land somewhere along the way, and it just never happened. But it just worked out. We were able to gain enough life, buy enough time, and get ourselves across the finish line. But yeah, that was a tough way to win that one, honestly. Oh no. All right, I'm going to keep it. Mostly because even if we play Ellis first and Ellis dies, hopefully we find another white land and maybe we can start dropping these down in multiples or something. Also, we could just draw an untapped white source and that would make life a whole lot easier. Well, doesn't matter in this matchup because we just died to poison. We don't even die to life total, so yep. We could be in pretty bad shape. No, we're in very bad shape. Because I got 2 of those, and I have no removal cards in hand. Which would have been nice here. Oh man, what are we going to do? First things first, we need another white land to get started. Like, that's that's the thing we desperately need. Alright. I'm going to go here first. We're going to play the invasion, because whatever's in their hand, we get to slow it down. What is this? Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand and proliferate. Okay. Well, not the card I was hoping to see. I'm not going to lie. I was hoping there's going to be something a bit more powerful over there. That feels like a whole lot of nothing kind of happened. All right. Can we get another white land deck? Oh, well, that sucks. Oh, I see what you're going to do. Then you're going to return that. I'm like, all right, sure. I can't take 2 poison under the circumstances, so sure. You win that fight. That was not the... Oh, that's a sorcery too? Okay. Sure. All right, we're going to do this first. Comes a 3/3. No attack, because I don't want to trade that under the circumstances. Though, maybe I should, to be honest. Like, if they're willing to give up one of those, I should probably be okay with that. But we're only at 1 poison, so don't want to press the issue too much. But boy, if we can get another land. Oh, you know what? Yeah, they probably got it. Well, we're going to do this. And say, if you have Tyvar stand or whatever, so be it. You get to kill one of these, we get to kill the other Rot Priest. Yeah, either way, same thing. Like, end result, very similar. Alright. Not too mad about that, all things considered. And now I guess we just play bodies. Guess I'm going to call Tyvar stand? Actually, wait. What was that thing called they just played? Massive Might. Let's call that. Silly card, but hey, they're playing it. Gotta protect against it. Alright, no attacks. Yeah, our whole thing here is we don't care about life total. We're just trying not to die to poison. We're already at 4 now. Bloated Contaminator, that's a problem. Definitely need a removal card for that guy. Did not get one, so that hurts. Well, do I just want to play another 3/3? And then just double block, I guess? Alright, fair enough. We'll call Tyvar Stan with the other one. No, why did that not? There we go, Tyvar Stan. Not a Johnny's Last Stand. Okay. No attacks. And if they find another protective spell, we just lose 2 dudes and just have to eat it. Oh, they found another Contaminator. This is rough. This is so rough. Alright, no attacks. At this point, I'm just like, let us find a priest, man, that we can just, like, pump up our peacekeepers and get some attacks going. Because at 4 poison, this is a rough ride right now. Alright, you got that back. I almost called that, to be honest. I almost did. But, well, that's not doing us any favors. Okay, finally. Hopefully it's not too late. No attacks, but we will start attacking with Shieldred, I think. Because we're not going to get 9 turns against this deck being at 5 poison. That's not how this works. Alright, well. We will do all of our Bloxies. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Everybody's blocking. I mean, if everybody gets pumped, I guess everybody gets pumped. But, I mean, we're leaving ourselves with a lot on defense here. Because I can't imagine you kill more than 2 things, maybe? Unless they have a spell, one of those spells that just pumps all their creatures. And if so, then we're just dead. Because we'll take trample from the contaminators and stuff. And that's going to do it. They could have something that targets 2 things. That puts us at 9 poison, right? Because it'd be 2 and 2. Alright, so there is a Tyvar stand. So we go to 7. We take 8. Go to 9. Alright. I figured something like that could happen. But we didn't have a choice. Okay. What can we do here? Opponent's at 13. Definitely want to play this. Gonna go ahead and play this. We can attack for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, we want to leave at least 4 on defense. Well, no matter what, we have this. I'm just going to ignore that for the time being. Attack with this, because that's 7. So opponent would be at 6. Even if they made another blocker, they'd block, and they take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 next turn. Actually, I want to leave this back if I'm going to do that, because it blocks more damage. Alright. If we survive this, I don't know how, but I will take it. My goodness. Alright, don't have a reason to throw this one back. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. This actually might turn out to be okay. Rel's Hive, that's not a card you want to see. You know, I'm gonna go here. Wellspring. When you have a creature die, right? Yeah. Rolling Course, sure. Alright, let's go here. See what the opponent's holding on to. Ooh, a Rabble Rousing. And an Adversary. Dang, da dang, dang, dang. All right. I think we call rabble rousing. Mostly because we have removal cards in hand and we can deal with the other stuff, so it's kind of whatever. Like, yep, that's fine. Layer scrying. And then when you have remove 2, draw a card. Okay. What you got for us, opponent? I'm assuming you were looking for a land there. Alright, we get a poison. They get to scry. They left something on top, whatever that lovely thing was. And they are drawing it, which is probably a land. Yep. Makes a lot of sense. They went adversary, no kicker. Alright. I guess we just do this. I mean, I'm going to try to hold on to my other cards as long as we can here. But what do we got going here? I mean, obviously you have a kill spell. You want to kill the Peacekeeper so they can play the rabble rousing. That's a thing that happened. Okay. Come on, untap land here, deck. We know their hand's empty. Effectively. We get to play Shieldred. They're going to lose 3 a turn. Like, this is the best opening we could have, right? Like, come on. And they put a bunch of stuff on the bottom. Alright. Hey, there we go. That at least gives us a real fighting chance. Alright. They go to 9. They go to 7. They can play Vanquish the Horde. Alright. So we're going to do the same thing again with this other Shieldred. They did keep something on top there. And unfortunately we don't have 3 black, or I would just go ahead and play the Evolve Sleeper. Alright, so they go to 6. They go to 4. With currently no blockers. Okay, they found one. We can get rid of one, but it is going to be a little bit dangerous because we have to let them draw a card. But if they tap out for that, ball game. Alright, we're good now. No, not true, because they can attack and make another blocker here. So they're not dead by any stretch, actually. Oh, but they didn't attack. Alright, cool. We got it. Woo! Alright, we'll take that one. Okay, so there is an interesting thing I kind of took away from those games. And it's really about Destroy Evil. Because, as it turns out, like, this card is decent. Like, okay, the main reason I was playing this card is to hedge our bets in the matchups against things like Domain with the Atraxa decks, right? It gives us a way to get rid of enchantments that are problematic because they play a lot of ossifications, they play a lot of ley lines. But this could also kill an Atraxa in a pinch. However, if this was a duress, it kind of halfway does the same thing, but also gives us the option of being able to deal with something like Invasion of Zendikar. On top of that, if these were a couple of duresses, we could use them against control decks to stop sweepers and other things also, which could be big in case we don't get our Invasion of Gobakhan or Peacekeeper, right? This could open up some other doors. So I'm willing to take the chance. Now, this does mean we might be a little weak against mono red or against the white aggro decks, because we're losing a thing that can destroy an enchantment, which sometimes is valuable there, but definitely being able to destroy a 4 or larger comes in handy against the white decks sometimes. But the other side of that is, you can still use duress to stop a burn spell, so I think I'm willing to do that. So let's go ahead and remove 2 Destroy Evil, and I'm going to put in 2 duress. And I think that's going to be the only major change we make here. The rest of the deck actually worked pretty well. Now, I will say, at least one of those matches we just got lucky in. Like we got to own up to that. But I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. And we got to see all the cards in action, which was also pretty nice. So we had 4 Lunarch Veteran, 2 Cut Down, 2 Duress, 2 Evolved Sleeper, 1 Fateful Absence, 3 Invasion of Gobakhan, 3 Phyrexian Missionary, 4 Voice of the Blessed, 2 Go for the Throat, 4 Shadowrite Priest, 3 Ellis Ilkor, 4 Anointed Peacekeeper, 2 Shieldred the Apocalypse, 1 Liza the Forgotten Archangel, 1 Toxrill the Corrosive, 1 Iganjo, 8 Plains, 5 Swamps, 1 Takenuma, 4 Caves of Kolos, and 4 Shattered Sanctum. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm actually willing to cut 2 lands to play the Courtyard. We can have more land for just the clerics and clean that up a little bit. I don't want to play more than that because we do have stuff where like we want to cast a Cut Down or want to cast a Duress or want to cast a Fateful Absence, right? So you don't want to lean in that too much, but I'm okay cutting 2 and making it a little bit easier to play some of our stuff there. So yeah, I don't mind this deck really because it seems to have play against just about everything. Now, admittedly, some of that is because, or actually a large chunk of that is because of Invasion of Gobakhan, and because we also have the Priest, right? And those things actually, or actually not the Priest, the Anointed Peacekeeper. And those slow down cards enough for you to be able to keep up. The one downside the deck has, if you don't have a lot of size in the deck, right? We have some good removal. We have some things to slow the opponent's stuff down. We have some stuff on the back end that's pretty good. We're talking about like Shieldred, Liza, that type of stuff. But sometimes in the mid game, we can get gummed up a little bit unless we get a Priest to just give us some bigger bodies. But overall, not bad. I mean, we did play against some creature decks. We played against some control decks, some mid-rangey things. And we found weird ways to win a lot of the games. And sometimes it's just what you got to do. It's not always going to be pretty. Got to get a little dirty and gritty sometimes. But hey, you got to get the wins how you get them. But if you've been wanting to play Clerics, this is actually a reasonable option. I think there's still room to tweak some things, so feel free to have fun with it, but I think this is a very good starting point. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Soul's Attendant. The reason I bring this card up isn't really because it's anything flashy. I mean, it's literally just a 1/1 for 1, and a creature comes in, you gain a life. But I bring it up because this is one of those cards that you can go over in a collection and think it's bulk, and it's not even close. It's actually worth a couple of dollars. A lot of people don't know that, and this is the type of card that, like I said, easily can just end up in a pile. You may have even gone through collections you picked up or threw cards away just because you didn't think it was worth anything. This is the reason whenever we're trying to buy collections or sell stuff, I always say it's hard for people to get max value because there's a lot of stuff like this that you just don't know about, and sometimes cost you some money. And if you're a big fan of theme decks, I just played a really fun Golgari deck that was leaning on those Phyrexians pretty hard, and it worked out really well. So you may want to check that out. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.